Alright, here we have the scaletrains.com operator brand Tier 4 GEVO. The operator brand is their less expensive brand. Uses the same drivetrain and chassis as the rivet counter. However, it tends to have fewer details and features. For instance, the ditch lights are only on the front. It does not have the DPU lights. Things like MU hoses, MU cable, there's holes for them. I believe there's even holes for the windshield wipers, but they come as a separate detail kit that you'd have to purchase. Excuse me. It also does not have see-through grills. It also does not come with a decoder. It comes with a 21-pin adapter on a motherboard. To that, instead of putting in a DCC decoder, I put in a 21-pin to 9-pin harness and put in a RailPro LM3 module. And now we're going to have to find the LM3 with the handheld controller right here. So tell it to find the product. It found an LM3. Sorry about that, hit the tripod. Okay, we go on to locomotives, and it's the locomotive with no name. It will then go out and say, please save me first. So I go into the tools or setup, hit save, and it saves. Now, one of the first things they want you to do, 2 pages in, is to do a motor full load test. Click on that, use auto set, and it warns you that you better be holding on to this locomotive when you do the test, because it's going to attempt to go full throttle. In fact, it will. It's just going to spin. Start test. 3, 2, 1. 440 milliamps of power. The only other locomotive I've tried this on was a Proto 2K GP9, and it was drawing 350. So this has a somewhat more sizable motor, I think. Bill Brillinger, who sells RailPro equipment and is a regular on the MRH forums, suggests doing this test more than once. $420 milliamps. You need to think I'm breaking this locomotive in as it's dropping. Try it again. Alright, 420. We got the same number twice. Gonna remove the boxcar. As nice a product as it is. And we will save this. So, I'm going to adjust the camera a bit here, because I want to get a little more of a head-on view if I can. Now, this is not a sound decoder, but it is lighting control and motion. And for lights, we'll turn on the front light, and it's equipped with, since it's a 9-pin, for ditch lights, which flash. I believe you can control the flashing through various things. I'm not going to go into the full RailPro config right here. And turn up the speed a little bit. Let me zoom out first. %, it just barely starts rolling. 12 12% is pretty steady. Nice creep along. 18, it's doing what would actually be about right for my railroad, frankly. I have a slow speed limit. So let's bring her on down. Now, one thing you're going to notice, it's in reverse, but when you see the front end again, you'll see that the headlight and the ditch lights are still on. That is because the lights under RailPro, at least as configured out of the box, are not directional. You turn them on and off, just like the engineer in a real locomotive does. Now, one thing I would like to note is this thing is quiet. There's a thunk, 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 thunk that I think is a track thing. One other feature that showed up, I'm not entirely sure why, but you can turn your front headlight into a Mars light, which might actually work on the GP9. Don't think there's any GEVOs with a Mars light though. You can also, at a button push, dim the headlight, same button, bring it back up bright. That's about all there is to it.